call him Jaws, but he's not a shark. He's a dog who chewed through the family furniture and the back fence.
There was socks and shoes and slippers.
Until his owner put him to work and helped build a business around this canine's chopper. When K9 to 5 returns, what do you do with a dog who chews on everything in the house? Well, you put him to work. See how this canine has made a career out of a damaging habit. Meet Murado, a 5-year-old Rottweiler Shepherd mix who has turned a destructive habit into a profitable position. Ring the doorbell at the Kellogg home in Edina, Minnesota. You can't miss Murado. Walk inside, and you can't miss what Murado has done.
I don't think there's a piece of furniture in our house that the legs are not chewed off of.
Chris Kellogg says Murado destroyed thousands of dollars worth of furniture when they first got the dog.
This is all masking tape on here holding this rattan on from about this level down.
In fact, all of this stuff is brand new thanks to Murado's mouth. And that was just the start.
There was socks and shoes and slippers and one of everything, just demolished.
John Kellogg learned that he couldn't keep Murado in a kennel.
You can see right here with the wire that's all been bent and it had to be rigged up here.
His son Kyle learned the same hard lesson.
I lost a few shoes and I've lost many socks, and I lost a hockey stick. He's done his fair share to me.
It didn't take the Kellogg's long to realize that something needed to be done to change Murado's habits.
The dog chews up, your $100 pair of running shoes. It makes sense that you want to divert their attention.
About the same time John Kellogg was looking for a diversion for his destructive dog, the company John works for was making a diversion of its own. Sun Hockey Equipment invented a blinking ball for nighttime street hockey, and by accident they learned that dogs adored it.
There was about 3 different people that we said, did your kid like the ball for hockey? And they'd come back and say, well, the kids liked it, but the dogs really liked it.
Now, it's one thing to make a ball tough enough to take a slap shot. Quite another to make one tough enough for the toughest teeth.
He's our product tester. Before we package, manufacture, build a tool, we do prototypes and we let Murado have it. So we feel if Murado can't tear the product apart, it's ready for the consumer and we're proud of it, and we'll stand behind it.
Here's an example of Murado's work. See how the middle of that rubber bone is chewed apart? Well, that was the prototype.
So immediately, once we got this, we beefed this up, made it much stronger, so right away he helped us in the product development with this.
Here's another design flaw Murado chewed on.
You can see what Murado did here. He was able to get through the rubber housing here, and he nailed it to get the rubber ends off.
John took those changes back to Murado, and they passed his tough test. John figures that's about as good as it gets when it comes to durability, and his pet product sales prove it, because this no longer is a hockey equipment company.
My company has gone to the dogs.
And that means a big change in the Kellogg household. They haven't had to stay on their toes when it comes to leaving things laying around.
Since he had these toys, we don't have him chew socks, we don't have him chew shoes.
We diverted his attention to, things that were fun and yet tough enough that got his interest.
Trainers say diversion may not be the answer for every dog, but it worked for Murado, and that success led to others, like training him not to scratch the door when he wanted in. Kyle rigged a rope and tried his own training method.
Get down and actually... Ready? Okay.
To show Murado how to let himself in. Although it seems there's nowhere Murado would rather be than his job. Making sure the dog toys are tough enough for his fellow chew hounds.
I think he really is convinced that he's part of the act here and that this is his deal too. I think that he thinks he owns this company and has as much stock in it as I do.
And Murado should be proud, not just about where he works, but about just how far he's come.
in his prime, he was as destructive as any of them.
A dog with a new direction.
You're a good dog, Morano.